have tickets available to upcoming Warriors home games. Visit the ticket booth for more information. Oh, don't forget to come out to the game for calendar day.
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of... Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. And tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors. They'll go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. He's checked in for Curry. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Dunn comes in for Bogdanovich. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself. When he's on the floor, MP can dish it back if you come at him. But for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
4 on the clock. Harden gets the bucket.
A smart play with the ball there. Harden just making the right decision.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Jones in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Dunn passes to Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Payton dishes to Green. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
So much confidence in what he can do out there on the floor. Draymond blanketed that time, but on the inside finds a way to collect 2 more.
Jones sets the pick for Powell. And it's all evened up. Powell's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Podziemski. Butler on the way. Fires for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Butler's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Warriors. Here's Leonard. Last game we saw him score 14. Some solid defense from Butler. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Golden State Warriors, willing his team to a successful quarter performance. Completely new 5 on the floor. And then for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Zubats. Bogdanovich comes in for Amir Coffey. And it's James Harden in for Chris Dunn. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Derek Jones. Ben Simmons is out there with Harden. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Leonard in at the 4-man position. Here's Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got his second bucket.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Eubanks, he's checked in for Jones. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to bring any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your... Wait a minute. Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in. If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Green with a screen on Bogdanovich. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
MP deciding where to go with it. Pass to Podziemski. Back to MP. Good if it goes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Warriors on top, leading by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to this one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Clippers.
I can't see what they're...
And that is our...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though. Switch here. MP's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Derek Jones comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's done in for Bogdanovich. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple of years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Podziemski out there with Butler. Then it's MP. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Curry in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Powell in the dunk by Powell.
Well, he plays a secondary role on a team, but right now, front and center is Norman Powell.
MP against Harden. MP right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy. And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kuminga's come in for Draymond Green. Moody comes in for Brandon Podziemski. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. Simmons passes to Jones. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Kawhi confident inside.
Kawhi's got that broad build and those long arms. It can be pretty easy for him to find those kind of shots.
On the wing, MP. Guarded by Simmons. MP, the 19-footer, is on the money. MP's got 4 points in the quarter. Clippers trail by 10. Leonard looking over the floor. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Leonard battling for 2.
And Leonard, a 3-level scorer as well as an offensive anchor for this team.
Now, here's MP. Kuminga, screen on Simmons. 5 to shoot. MP, that's for 2. And Jones pulls it down.
And that was almost a block. Still, he did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Harden. Ben Simmons is out there with Jones. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. Simmons with it. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Simmons got his first basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Moody. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 6. Simmons finds Dunn. Bogdanovich left side. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's MP. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. From beyond the arc, MP drills the 3.
Well, you love the competitive fire from MP, answering right back with a 3 of his own.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Powell, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told his team they're being too reckless with the ball. He said, you're turning it over left and right. You got to be smarter and more in control out there. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Harden.
We don't see a lot of James Harden in the mid-range, but he is capable of knocking them down.
Harden against MP. Simmons pulls it in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, his shots aren't dropping. They haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Here's Podziemski. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, he just nailed. His second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Harden against MP. Harden looking it over. And the layup is good.
So many times in his career, Harden has stepped up in these big moments.
Both teams deciding to change. So we see the Warriors get the win here, even early on.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.
Good job, MP. I see. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always.
Congratulations, Warriors Dance Team calendar day is almost here. The Warriors Dance Team has a calendar for every fan in the building, so you can keep track of all the upcoming games. We'll see you here.
Dub Nation, there are still seats available for upcoming games. Please go to the nearest ticket booth to get yours today.
Folks, don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring a giveaway, and get a free Fast Drop bobblehead. Hey, Dub Nation, don't miss Warriors Mascot T-shirt day. We've got a free T-shirt for every fan who comes out to the game. We'll see you there.
A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at New Orleans, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for the...
Very impressive. And the Warriors make some changes. Kuminga, he's checked in for Payton, and MP subbed in for Curry. And already, Coach, some teams have found their rhythm, while some others seem to be way off to start.
Well, Brian, that can be for a lot of different reasons. Maybe you've changed your system from the year before. Maybe you've changed your roster significantly. Maybe you have some guys who didn't come in as ready as they could be due to conditioning or injury. Every situation, every team has a different set of challenges.
McCollum on the wing. Pass to Jones. Here's Alvarado. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
Yeah, for still being fairly new to the league, you gotta love the vision Jones brings.
MP looking around. Now here's Butler. Tight defense on him. Banked it in off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Alvarado from the arc. Podziemski grabs the board.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Green finds Butler. Soft touch off the glass. Butler's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, the defense was all over him, but Butler is not someone who gets rattled.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Shot's good by McCollum.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
MP with it. Pass to Butler. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. Made one and missed one. Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
MP is out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Butler. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors 5. Green with a screen on Murray. And here's MP from outside. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
McCollum's shot is off.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
MP making the long-range connection.
Nice looking 3-ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
Picked by Williamson. Oh, Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Jimmy Butler.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
That one misses. Well, one of the sharpest players off the floor, C.J. McCollum.
Well, Brian, he also did a great job as president of the Players Union, and he's great on his podcast, too.
I'm sure he'll be doing games with you suited up after his playing career.
Yeah, I just hope he's not taking my job.
Outside Butler. It's Podziemski on the wing. McCollum defends. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Outside Butler. Ooh, JB, look out.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The deep 3 from Murray. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead, up by 7. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. Flopping Freddy is asking Shaq, did you have any major beef with other players during your playing days?
That's a great question. It'd probably be quicker for Shaq to name the players he didn't have a beef with.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have time to answer this question. We'll have to look it up.
You guys are being dramatic, but there may have been a couple of players.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got third quarter basket. He's checked in for the Warriors. And the Pelicans also making a change. Jones is checked in. Here's MP. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. So for the Pelicans right now. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Give him 8 points now.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
Well, no question McCollum is in the zone right now. Just letting the offense flow through him.
And last year, Coach, the Pelicans winning 49 games, their second most ever.
Yeah, Brian, but despite that, they got swept by OKC in the first round, and that just tells you how difficult the West is. New Orleans was the 8th seed. In the East, they get the 3 seed.
Pass to Messi. To the inside. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Messi's gotten his first bucket of the night. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Butler, a screen on McCollum. Here's MP, plenty of space, and good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, the way MP runs screen and roll, you think he's been in this league for over a decade.
Pass to Misi. Shoots from the line. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Curry looking it over. The three is up. The shot won't fall. Here's McCollum. He's got 14. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
From deep, MP. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, that was it.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
NBA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out this quarter with us. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. They've got Jonathan Kuminga. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Moody, and it's Post in at the center position. That's the Warriors 5. Curry against McCollum, and it's cleared by Stephen Curry. The Warriors lead by 7. Kuminga down low. The kick out. Curry. Pass to MP. Hey, expanding his range. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 4 rebounds in the game. McCollum looks around. Screen by Olynyk for 3. Shot's good by McCollum. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, no doubt McCollum is dangerous from distance.
Here's MP to the paint. The kick out, Curry. McCollum with a steal. Pass to Olynyk. 4-3. McCollum with another miss. The Warriors leading. Outside Curry. MP, a screen on McCollum. Curry buries the triple.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. Coach clearly has something he wants. And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. picture. It's scary. Yeah. Just fine ankles? No, line up over here. One step. Let's just get Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New Orleans, they're gaining. I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement,
which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And for the Warriors, Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. MP out there with Curry. And it's Podziemski in at the 3. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart.
What?
Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Murray, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. To the middle, here's MP. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. MP's got his first points of the night.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed. He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pass to Messi. Now Murray. Covered by MP. And that one, good.
Confident from this area, Murray uses that mid-range quite a bit. Rare for someone his age.
MP against Murray. Rejected by Murray. Now here's McCollum. D right on him. Right wing. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. 6 points for him.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Green with a screen on Murray. To the inside. And there's Green on the assist by MP.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Butler, he's checked in for Golden State. Payton comes in for Curry. And the Pelicans making a change here. .55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. A 3 from McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got 5.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Murray against MP. High post shot. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable. But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Williamson from long range. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
I'm giving credit to their front office. They've methodically added talent to the second and third units.
And during that first half of play, these two leading. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin.
I forget you did. Outperform Steph Curry just 30 points. What?
And there wasn't. For Golden State, Kuminga's come in for Draymond Green. Moody comes in for Payton. And MP subbed in for Curry. And New Orleans also making a change. Jones is checked in. 1:22 left in the third quarter. Here's Williamson. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And, Richard, you just get the feeling that Jonathan Kuminga is finally starting to hit his stride, don't you?
It is all about opportunity in this league, Kevin. With more playing time and scoring chances, Kuminga is really blossomed, and he is not done getting better.
So the Pelican 5 right now. And they get it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Third personal foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Another thing they've done well tonight is convert at the free throw line. May seem like a little thing, but boy, it can pay big dividends.
52 seconds left to play here in the third. MP up top. He's defended by Alvarado. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
What?
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for New Orleans.
Oh, did it turn out?
Number 15, Kelly.
New Orleans has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Alvarado finds Olynyk. Jones looking for an opening. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Warriors with the rebound. MP outside. Here's Kuminga. No good on the last second attempt there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, delivering the ball. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. Hield is out there with MP. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the 5. He gets it in there.
He has no problem going in there with the big trees because Murray is focused on that possession.
Murray against MP. Down low. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Yeah.
When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
McCollum kicks to Olynyk. McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the right side. 3-pointer. And Moody pulls it down.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Pass to MP. Stolen by Jones. On the wing, Murray. Back to Jones. Offline with his 3. On offense, here are the Warriors. Here's Moody. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Jones. New Orleans gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And yes, it's good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Pass to Moody. Kuminga bounce pass. 6 on the shot clock. And here's MP for 3. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, Murray with it. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Post. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
He's just a fun player to watch in these moments. Murray uses his defense to generate his offense sometimes.
Warriors leading by 22. MP inside. Murray on him. MP, good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Williamson outside. Inside. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. MP passes to Moody. Here's Santos. He's looking for Looney and finds him. 4 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's the bucket from Kuminga.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Murray with it. Kuminga picks him up. Murray kicks to Williamson, and he drives it. Oh, wow! Oh, that was unbelievable!
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Oh, man. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
And here's McCollum. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They've won this.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Good win. Let's keep it going. Gotta love H-Town. This city shows a hoop of love.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
If you're looking for a party this Saturday night, we're bringing you one. It's the NBA on 2. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Green out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Payton in at the 3. And for the Rockets, Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Amen Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks. The season is...
One of the more interesting things for me, everybody's journey of development is their own, and it's different. It has a unique pace. Some guys come in ready to contribute right away. They're in a good situation. Others, it takes a minute for them to find their stride. So watching it all unfold is really pretty cool.
Eason's checked in for Houston. And Golden State also making a switch. MP's checked in for Curry. Van Vliet right side. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it.
Van Vliet against MP. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make them feel you.
The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
3-pointer Van Vliet. Buries it from 3. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Few players shoot it with as much arc as Van Vliet does. That thing.
No, Mitavic.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Eason can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 8. It's Podziemski on the wing, defended by Thompson. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? And that's off the glass and in.
Hey, if he can't get to the basket, the medium-range jumper is JB's second option.
Van Vliet against MP. And the basket by Van Vliet. He's got 7.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now here's MP. And that's not going to go. And so it's Houston.
Oh, hell.
Healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, and a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Alperen Şengün's checked in for Landale. Thompson comes in for Smith. Dillon Brooks checked in for Green. And Fred Van Vliet is subbed in for Holiday. Houston leading by 6. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Dillon Brooks is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson. And it's Eason in at the 4. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And Şengün gets it to go.
When he's not working back to the basket, Şengün can pop out and face you up.
It's hauled in by Houston. Van Vliet with it. He's got 7. Thompson passes to Brooks. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Here's MP. MP gets it to go through contact.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Thompson outside. Outside Eason from behind the arc. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Yeah, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
MP inside. Guarded by Van Vliet. MP no good. Now Van Vliet. Over Payton. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Houston up by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Warriors, 35.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're...
Well, I think of Houston. They've stumbled a bit, no doubt about it. But no need to panic yet. They're figuring out what's working and building from there.
Disappointing stretch. So let's dig into that first half now. And what was a very solid performance for the Houston Rockets.
Offensively, they can post you, drive it, run it.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it. And you know,
It's making a switch here. Eason's checked in. MP's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors trail by 7. So on the floor for Golden State, we've got Brandon Podziemski. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Butler in at the 4.
yes, speeding in there and getting some air time. MP with a solid jam off the drive.
Van Vliet finds Green. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. Free throw no good for Green. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. The three from Thompson. The rebound by MP.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Green with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's MP. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Eason up top. He's watched by Kuminga. Eason inside. Kuminga's on him. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor. And Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute, uses his 6'8" frame well. He's gobbling up rebounds at well under one every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks. Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
Steps back. Here's Shepherd. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Here's MP. MP, a tough bucket inside.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Tipped. Butler against Holiday. Butler passes to MP. 18 feet out. It's rebounded by Houston. Sengun's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's Shepherd missing. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Yeah. What the freak I was good. I'm
Very competitive game
5'11".
so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Jabari Smith out there with Jock Landale. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Jalen Green. And it's Holiday in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Houston leading by 7. Outside, Green. Pass to Holiday. Picked by Smith. The 3 is up. Holiday, that one's good.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on defense.
MP scanning the floor.
No.
It's rebounded by Houston.
No.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Pass to Green. To the middle.
I swear.
Outside. MP against Holiday. Fires the 3. Rebound by Post.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot.
Please, just pass to me. Pass.
On the wing, Curry. Green covering. Fires it. And the basket by Curry.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the new group getting ready for the...
No! Yeah.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin.
Wait, Houston won? No.
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day.
Shay, I gotta ask you something, man. Shoot. So, when you're in those clutch moments, what be going through your head, bro? Nah, man, I'm serious. Because to me, you're the most clutch player in the league, and I just want to know your mentality in those moments.
Yeah, I want to be an NBA champion, and some of the best ever haven't done that.
That's for sure. Like, even if they done everything right in their career, right?
Exactly. So if I'm not focused in every moment, then I'm going to miss my chance to do so if I get the opportunity.
Success is when opportunity meets preparation.
Truly. That's exactly right, bro. First, you got to believe you can do it, then you got to go out there and do it.
Respect. There he is, the king of New York.
Nah, it's not like that.
Yeah, you're more of a team-first type of guy, right?
I mean, I can take over a game.
There's no doubt about that one, man.
Yeah, but as a point guard, your priority is to make sure everyone on the team is thriving.
Right, you put people in positions to succeed and then hold them accountable on top of that.
Yeah, but first, you got to hold yourself accountable first. If I do something wrong, my hand's up.
So if you don't hold yourself to that type of standard, then why would they listen to you?
Exactly.
Got it.
Young Dwayne, right?
MP, what's up, man? You haven't texted me back at all. What's up?
My bad, man. You know, the whole NBA thing be having me busy, man.
My bad, man. NBA got me busy. I'm MP.
Hey, man, don't even worry about it. What's up, MP?
So my agent was telling me this whole street ball scene is one of a kind.
And your agent is right. Let me walk you through it.
I bet.
I'm talking about we got 3 new courts, and they all got their own unique vibe.
It look like the players do, too.
Oh, the players? You don't even know the half of it. Hey, these dudes come out here to put on a show. I'm talking about the style of play, their wardrobe, their attitude, and our crowd. Our crowd is different.
Right.
The crowd, something about to do something crazy on the court, the crowd will run on the court, shut the game down. I'm talking about lights out. The show's over.
Man, this sounds lit.
Man, it's over lit, man. It's serious. It's what the competition is at.
But you know I can handle that part, you know, the basketball part.
Yeah, you do that or whatever, but I'm letting you know right now. Hey, you gotta get to it. If you can't beat them, they won't play with you.
So how do I, you know, pick who I run with?
I ain't give you 2 starry cats. They'll come out here. They just want to play with anybody.
Okay.
But once you get through that, you can take it to the board right here, and you challenge the big guns to a game.
And then once I beat them, they run with me?
Oh, you good, because I must have did this right. Exactly.
So is there anything else I should know? What's up?
No, you should be good, MP. That sounds about right.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Wayne.
All right, MP. Hey, let me tell you right now, the city's on fire, it's real, and the competition is the best you're going to see. Let's get to it.
Huh? Like No... Ottakaa eka itelle, mä voin ottaa... Kuinka siellä on? Minä? Onko... 9. Ei kuinka paljon sä yleensä otat? Laita mulle 9.
Austin, what's up, man?
What's up?
You got any wisdom for me?
Wisdom? How much time you got?
All right, so let me just ask this. You've been playing with some all-timers.
LeBron, AD, yeah.
So what would you say is something that you've learned from them?
I've learned a lot, but one thing I'll say about LeBron, he always sets his team up for success and his teammates for success, and that's why he's the greatest player ever.
That's facts.
You want to have a long career in this league, just make sure you do right by your teammates.
kicks, MP. Hey, MP. It's your world. We just live it.
Location to 555-55. A member of our guest relations team will respond and address your concern immediately. A reminder, arrive early to the fan zone at different time by D-Wood and the Wood Road. DC family coming up this Wizards Dancers calendar magnified. Serious fan and a house workout one. Put something fun on your plate.
The setting is Washington, D.C. and Capital One Arena. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics. And Greg, early on in the year, teams still trying to figure out their rotations.
And it takes time before you find the rhythm you're looking for. Coaches will mix and match units to see what works best, with the thought also of the postseason.
And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
And now let's take it over to the sidelines for a bit on MP. DA.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David. And that's something you got to have in this NBA. Pop that bucket in no time at all.
Well, that's a pretty pass by Jordan Poole. He is better when he's making his teammates better.
Moody the pass to Butler. Here's Post, guarded by Holmes. Golden State moving the ball around.
Machine now.
5 on the clock. There's been a lot of turnover in Washington doors over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a corner.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. MP out there with Pajemski. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Peyton in at the 3 spot. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. Here's Carrington. Still without a basket. MP against Brogdon. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. Trailing by 2. Kispert finds Middleton. And he drops it in from the low post. That's now 8 points for Chris Middleton.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Pass to Green. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. Brogdon outside. Shoots over Podziemski. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Poole, the pass to Sarr.
Okay, Draven.
Outside, George. Pass to Koulibaly. Middleton against Payton. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got 7 now in this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Butler kicks to Payton. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Well, Jimmy Butler outstanding at creating opportunities for his teammates. He is not just a scorer, guys.
Middleton outside. Over Payton. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. MP looking around. They get it again. Butler finds MP. That shot is over. Excellent there from George. Beyond the arc. The shot comes out. Chris Middleton has been on display for Washington. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Happy to. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money.
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
You look at the numbers, they're getting to the line over and...
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of...
The Warriors. Here for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Green. Moses Moody comes in for Payton. And MP subbed in for Curry. We've got Brogdon. Also Jordan Poole out there. Rashawn Holmes out there with Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Wizards trail by 19. Brogdon the pass to Kispert. Holmes setting the big for Kispert. Here's Poole. Podziemski grabs the board.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
MP outside. That's tipped. Washington's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Outside Butler. Floats it up for Kuminga. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Jimmy Butler has turned himself into a guy that can pick apart any defense you send in his direction. If he sees an opening, he will send it on time and on target.
MP outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting at a 20. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's MP. And it's Post in at the center, filling out the middle. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Clock at 4. Brogdon inside the line, and it falls over the rim and in.
Now, you must have an understanding of what the defense is going to do when you play pick and roll. Malcolm Brogdon, yes, that's in his tool bag too.
MP outside. In the corner, Moody with it. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
I tell you, sometimes you can make a statement with a dunk. MP, yes, sir.
The Wizards shooting 43% for the game. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Carrington. Good on the three-point shot.
Such a reliable threat from range. You think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve.
No voy bien. Vad kedel? Aksa kor.
Shot from the inbound. Washington with the rebound. Brogdon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Kispert setting the pick for Brogdon. Pass to Kispert. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Warriors leading by 21.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jimmy Butler.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
The Wizards with another miss. And the Warriors with possession here. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And it's in there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Brogdon, drilled from 11 feet out.
There is just a consistency to Malcolm Brogdon's shot. Doesn't matter if it's a mid-range, it looks the same.
Here's MP. Good D by Brogdon. Here's Carrington. Bangs home the trifecta.
And tough to miss his man that time. They really seen the whole floor.
Pass to post. MP with the bounce pass. Now here's Moody. The three from MP. It's good from long range. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took...
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell...
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Great win tonight, MP. These fans make a lot of noise. Let's quiet them down. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Curry London.
A shot of the Celtics earlier, coming down the tunnel. They're not... Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA... Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. We won. Home court A+. No, bro. I'm not gonna start. Oh, I'll get that first quarter. Holy shoot.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors.
How many?
Imp.
Mida.
P comes in for Curry. On the floor for the Warriors, they've got MP. Jimmy Butler out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Podziemski in at the 2. White for 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Payton passes to Kuminga. Payton with a screen on White. Pass to MP. 6 on the shot clock from 12 feet. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Butler's got 6.
If Butler can't get into the paint, he's got some offensive options. He has the touch from the mid-range.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Yep, that one's good.
Porzingis has that kind of touch at 7'3". He can hurt you in there.
Holiday against MP. Here's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Brown for 3. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 9.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out
there. MP outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston. Hunting for opportunities, leading to... And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at small forward. That's the Boston 5. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Down low. Look at Tatum using his length.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
MP drives in. The shot's good. MP's got 4 points in the quarter. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Moody. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Here's MP. MP throws it down off the drive.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. There's Tatum with the 3. The rebound by Post.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's MP. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
They say the mid-range shot's a dying shot, but they're MP doing his best to resuscitate it.
Tatum against Kuminga. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Warriors trail by 3. Curry passes to MP. Stolen.
What?
Takes one from 10 feet. Hauser can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA. And with multiple extensions, the Celtics securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report.
Looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball. He's letting it go.
And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the Celtics. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Payton with a screen on Porzingis. Green on the attack. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
And both free throws good for Green. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Here's Butler, and it's in, off the glass. Butler's got 8 points.
Well, that mid-range, that's a comfort zone for Jimmy Butler.
White looking it over. Ooh, here's White on the drive, and he misses. Only 2 for 6.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
MP finds Payton. Outside Butler. From downtown. Boston with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
Oh, my. That was a game for the ages. A fierce battle that really could have gone either way. But they were fortunate they pulled it out.
Man, they had to scrape and claw just to get themselves back into the game and into overtime, but they really kept their composure in the extra 5 minutes, and it paid off for the win.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Left side Podziemski. Here's Green. Great D that time from Porzingis.
What a play!
That's good! Are you kidding me?
Wow! Just feeding the buzzer. Listen to this crowd right now. Incredible.
And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back after this word.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play? And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Warriors.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we've got changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Hauser comes in for Tatum, and Pritchard is subbed in for White. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. MP inside. Misses it close. Boston leading by 8. And so in the game for the Warriors. We've got Brandon Podziemski. Kuminga is out there with Butler. Then it's MP. And it's Moody in at the 3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jalen.
What?
Brown, who says it's great.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action.
The previous play is under review.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. Boston in second.
Everything clicked for them last year, especially on the perimeter, and they shot a very high percentage. A lot of that due to their offensive schemes.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Lets it fly. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Friday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Sunday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you know, for that matchup with the Hawks, that's a contest that I'm keeping my eyes on. Early on, you love to see games like that one. It should be a game full of interesting matchups. Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
41 seconds left in the third quarter. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Pritchard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
MP, a screen on Horford. Here's Butler. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. And here's Brown. Over Moody. Stolen by MP. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Davison in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. MP, the pass to Kuminga. The 3 from Curry. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics lead by 6. Here's Tatum. Buries the easy one. Tatum's got 23 points.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
MP outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
Boston making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. And Golden State also making a switch. Looney's checked in. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Tatum. Oh, goodness! Jason Tatum!
The athletic swingman. I love whenever Tatum goes up with force off the drive.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout.
Carlos.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like...
Just got to tighten up and get him next time.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic, and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
Hey, they're professionals too.